Hey everyone! So unless this is your very first of my videos that you've ever seen, you're probably already aware that I have a bearded dragon that I rescued named Garrus. He has been living in a tank that is 4 feet long by a foot deep by 2 feet tall. And it's okay, I guess. It is, enough gallons for him to live in, but it doesn't really give him a whole lot of floor space, being only 12 inches front to back. He is actually longer than 12 inches, so when it comes to like turning around or something like that, it's very cramped for him. So I did actually get him a new enclosure. It is a front opening 75-gallon Tetra Fauna enclosure. Tetra Fauna is actually the same brand as the aquarium brand Tetra. This is their reptile line. So this is Garrus's current enclosure, and it's kind of a mess right now because, he ate and got his food everywhere. And also, he's pooped. And so it needs to be cleaned up quite a bit. Also, don't mind the fact that Garrus is in shed right now, reptile shed. So the enclosure is kind of messy right now, but instead of cleaning it this time, I'm just going to go ahead and move him into the new enclosure. So I'm going to go ahead and get started setting that up. Garrus, buddy, that means you got to go in the box because I'm going to take all your stuff out of here. So this is the new enclosure right here. As I said, it is made by Tetra Fauna. This tank is 4 feet long by 21 inches tall by 18 inches deep front to back. It has sliding glass doors on the front, which open like so. There is a little locking mechanism that you pull out right here. And then it still doesn't open. You have to pull on this tab, and then it opens. For the sake of setting this up, I am going to take the doors off in just a moment. Also, I don't have the box that this came in anymore, but I just want to show you some of the things that it did come with. Some turtle food and some water conditioner, as well as some plumbing fittings right here. It even has plumbing holes actually drilled on the back and on the bottom of the tank, even though a bearded dragon was pictured on the box. So let's go ahead and take the doors off. There's the first one. Here's the second one. I'm actually going to use paper towels as the substrate in here. That's what I'm using in his current enclosure, and it is actually very easy to clean because he does poop a lot, and when he poops, he just kind of gets it all over the place. So this is going to be much easier for me to clean because it's paper towel. I can just pick it up and throw it away. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting in his basking spot. So I got this piece of driftwood here from a reptile expo. I have already sanitized it by baking it in my oven, and it's ready to go ahead and go into the enclosure. So let's do that. Also, the plumbing hole is literally right here, and just so his feet don't go down into the plumbing hole or anything, I'm going to be putting a piece of slate over that. Up next, let's put his hide in. This is one of those half-log hides that you can get at the pet store. I'm just going to put it back here. He will be going into brumation very soon, so I definitely want to make sure he has a hide available for when he decides to do that. Up next is his fake plants. I've got 2 kinds of fake plants here, a little succulent and also a vine, so I'm going to put those in. So let's start out with the vine. There we go, and then we'll take this succulent and we'll set this down here. Up next, we have some various rocks that I'm going to scatter around the enclosure. He has these rocks in his existing enclosure, and I'm just bringing them over from there. We'll start out with this rock right here, and the reason why it's 2-color is because he had pooped on it, and so I just cleaned that off, and so it's wet. But I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. And these rocks right here actually have a really interesting story. I tell you guys that story in the video where I brought him home, but these are his welcome home rocks. I have 3 of them, so I'm going to put them in here as well. Up next is his water dish, and that's going all the way on the cool end. I'm just going to put some water in that right now. And I tend to use purified water for most of my reptiles rather than tap water with ReptiSafe. If you use tap water with ReptiSafe, that's absolutely fine. I just have a lot of purified water because I drink it myself, and I know that it's good for my reptiles as well, so that's what I use. So I have a hammock for him, but these suction cups are not wanting to stick to the sides of the tank. And also in his current enclosure, these suction cups keep falling down. So I'm going to use something else other than these suction cups to hold this hammock into place. So there we go. I have attached the hammock. I used string and paper clips to do it, and let me show you how. So what I have done is I have tied string to the hammock, and then I've gone up and outside of the enclosure, and I've pulled the string through a paper clip and tied a knot to prevent it from being pulled through. So I'm yanking on the string below, as you can see, but up top, nothing's happening. Next, let's go ahead and get the lighting. Okay, I've got the lighting in place. I'm not going to go over all of it because there's a lot going on with the lighting. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and just put the doors on and introduce Garrus to the enclosure. Here's Garrus. He's a little wet because I just gave him a soak before putting him in. He had a little poop on his tail, so I wanted to wash that off. And also, since he's in shed right now, I wanted to make sure he had some hydration. So he is still a little wet, but I'm going to go ahead and put him in and let him acclimate to his new environment. He looks so confused. Oh, there he goes, using his tongue to explore the environment. He's definitely watching me watch him. He has so much more room in this tank than he did in the other one. I was told that the other tank was 75 gallons, but I don't think it was. Because this is 75 gallons, and this is so much bigger. Look at him, he's standing on his welcome home rock. And as you can see, I do have thermometer and thermostat probes in there, just below his heating lamps. And the thermometer is back there. Currently it's 93.3 degrees, but it hasn't had a whole lot of time to warm up yet. It's also nighttime and these lights are going to be shut off here very soon. I just turned them on to introduce him to the tank because he is awake and I don't just want to put him in the tank while it's cold and make him go right to sleep. So I'm going to give him maybe a half hour in here with the lights on, and then I'm going to turn him off so he can go to sleep because it is past his bedtime. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and leave him be. So there you have it, guys. Garrus is now in the animal room with all of my other reptiles and my fish. He is done with his quarantine time. He is done with his parasite treatments. He is all in the clear, and everything is good. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up down below. Also, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, so that way you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.